Hi, this is Rachel from Pompa and Tela, and today I'm going to show you how to wash and lanolize your wool diapers. First you want to start off with some lukewarm water. And you want to fill your sink to about the first line on your index finger. So you don't want the water too deep because you don't need your wool diapers to absorb that much water. Alright. And then you want to take some baby shampoo, baby wash. The brand doesn't really matter, you just want to put a little bit in there. And I'll swish that around really good. And this is the part that will clean your wool diaper. And you want to gently press your diaper into the water. You never want to wring your wool diapers, that will stretch them out. So you gently press it in. You can flip it over if you want to, you don't actually have to, but I prefer to. And you can also turn it inside out, being very careful not to stretch your wool. And try to keep it in the same shape. And you want to press it in there. And then you want to let it soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now that your wool diaper has been sitting in the water for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, you want to go ahead and kind of just fold it back and let the water out. Okay, good. And then you just want to gently press it up against the sink, kind of get some of that liquid out. Once again, never wring out your wool, that will stretch it out and it'll lose its shape. Alright. Next, you want to take a glass jar, and it can be smaller, this is just what I had available, and you want to take some lanolin, like what you use on your nipples when they're sore or cracked. I'm using the lanolin, and you want to take probably a good amount like that. It's very sticky, and you want to put that in your jar. Then you can either use very hot water from your sink, or what I did was I boiled some water, and you want to carefully pour that in. That. And put the lid on. I'm going to use a cloth because this is going to be very warm. And you want to mix that in really good. You want to get all that lanolin. Let me relieve some pressure there. You want to get that lanolin to dissolve completely inside this jar. You don't want any little pieces. So the hot water does it best if it's boiled. And then you want to fill this in again with lukewarm water. Fill it up about the same amount you filled it up the first time. So once again, to about there on your finger, that first knuckle is about good, because then your cloth diaper is really sitting in enough water so that it's completely submerged. Okay, and you want to take your lanolin and open that up and go ahead and pour that in. I like to add just a little bit of soap. It kind of helps keep that lanolin kind of broken up and from clumping together. And you just mix it up really good in the sink. And then this part is best to do with the cloth diaper inside out, because you want the lanolin to really stick to the inside of the diaper. You just really want to get that good and submerged. You kind of see that the lanolin's sitting on top of the water because it's lukewarm, so the lanolin tries to get hard all over again. So you really want to get as much of that lanolin onto your wool as possible. Once again, don't wring out or change the shape of your diaper. You don't want to stretch it out. You just want to get it really good and saturated. And you really want that lanolin to end up sitting on the wool so that it becomes more water resistant and keeps those little ones from leaking throughout the night or day, or whatever time you're using your cloth diaper, your wool diaper. And then you can let it sit in there for about 10 minutes. That way it can really soak up the lanolin. Get a really good. Now that your wool diaper has been sitting in the warm water and lanolin for about 10 minutes, you want to just quickly flip it over and kind of do the same thing again, kind of pressing into it, letting the water kind of go in and out. Just really good. And then just kind of fold it, let the water out, and gently just kind of fold and press down. You don't want to wring it out. Once again, you just want to kind of fold it and press, and that will help it keep its shape. You can put it against the sink, kind of press out the water, and that works really well. Next thing you want to do is you want to take a towel, and you want to kind of, I like to fold it in half the long way. Gives me plenty of space. Lay it out on the counter, and then you take your cloth diaper, your wool diaper I should say, and you lay it out flat so that you know you're still keeping its shape. And then you just roll and squeeze. And this helps to get all that extra moisture and water out. So you just want to roll it up nice and snug in that towel and just kind of squeeze the water out of the diaper. Then you unroll it. What I like to do is turn the towel around so I have the dry side. And you do it one more time. And that removes the majority of the water from your wool diaper. And then you can either lay it on some kind of a rack, which actually works best to dry it, or you can lay it on like a hand towel or something, because that'll help kind of absorb any extra liquid. Basically you just let it air dry, laying flat in its shape for about 24 to 45 to 48 hours. That way it gets nice and dry. I usually turn it right side out at about 12 hours, just so both the inside and the outside get an equal amount of drying time. And that is how you wash and lanolize your wool diapers.